शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेश। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। So actually, I had one call which started at 3 p.m. yesterday in afternoon, and it ended at 2:15 a.m. Almost like 11 or 45 minutes call. So there's a contract process. So I slept at 2:30 actually. So whatever I am speaking, I'll just speak. 3.4. न कर्मणाम अनारंभान नैष्कर्म्यं पुरुषो अश्नुते न च संन्यासानाद् एव सिद्धिं समधिगच्छति. Not by merely abstaining from work one can achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone one can attain perfection. The renounced order of life can be accepted when one has been purified by discharge of prescribed form of duties, which are laid down just to purify the hearts of materialistic men. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of life, sannyasa. According to the empirical philosopher, simply by adopting sannyas or retiring from fruitive activities, one at once becomes as good as Narayan. But Lord Krishna does not approve this principle. Without purification of heart, sannyas is simply a disturbance to the social order. On the other hand, if someone takes to transcend into service of Lord even without discharging his prescribed duties, whatever he may be able to advance in the cause is accepted by Lord Buddhi Yoga. Swalpam apasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. The slight performance of such a principle enables one to overcome great difficulties. So this chapter starts with the confusion from Arjuna that what is better, action or knowledge? Because after telling Arjuna that one should fight because that is his duty, Krishna talks of Atma Tattva, Atma Gyan. So naturally, Arjun felt that what is better, Atma Gyan or duties? So Krishna clarifies in the beginning of this chapter that Loke Asmin Dvividha Nishta, Dvivida, two types. Dvi means two types. So there are two types of Nishtha. Okay. Or rather, Dvividha means it's the same Nishtha but manifested in two ways. Okay. Pura prokta mayanagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yogina. So the nishtha is same, but based on the practitioner, the sadhya and sadhya is also same. That is Atma Tattvam. The sadhana differs. So practitioner differs and sadhana differs based on the nishtha they have. But their nishtha is one. What is their nishtha? To realize self. The nishtha is very clear. But when the sadhaka is of the type of karma, then that nishtha manifests in terms of karma yoga. When the sadhaka is having the nishtha of again Atma Tattvam, but he's of type uska ज्ञान का है, Then that becomes Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yogena Sankhyana. Karma Yogena Yoginam. So he told what you see as confusion is not confusion, Arjuna. I talk the same thing. When I'm talking Karmane Vadikaraste, I'm talking of Nishtha of people who are of this type, karma. When I'm talking of, the nature of soul and the external senses act, but the soul observes, I'm talking of Gyan Yoga, Gyan Nishtha, 2.55, 2.47. One talks of Gyan, one talks of. No confusion. You think it is a confusion. That's your problem. Clarify. It's a very important point. Generally, we think what we think is the right thing. All of us have our own goggles to look at this world. And we want to fit everything in one goggle, whatever we think. Everything should fit into that. And sometimes what we think getting confused with, bewildered with, actually it is not confusing. It is just different diversity or variety. And there's a variety, dvividha nishtha. So Krishna is saying they are all, objective is the same. Where is the problem with diversity? The problem with diversity comes when the objectives are not clear. Objectives are not same. Atma Tattvam, Atma Jnana, Atma Yoga. Objective is same, then why you are confused? That means if we are not clear with the objectives, we'll always get confused. What is right? This is right, that is wrong, that is right. And basically we'll think what is right, what aligns with my goggles. Other party is wrong. Okay. So it is a very important aspect of one's personal development to be open to learn and evolve. Now then I'm done. हो गया सबको समझ गया मैं Okay. Because life will always push us to grow. Always push us to grow. Provided we are ready to grow. I see people, they get very uncomfortable sometimes, when somebody questions their belief system, fundamentals. They become टेंशन में आ जाते हैं सब और टेंशन में आते हैं ये टेंडेंसी नैरो माइंडेडनेस is not right. Therefore, people who have actually the issues with relationships are the ones who are narrow minded. What I think is right is right is right is right. They can't accept diversity. Can't accept. So Krishna is elevating Arjuna. You're not getting the point. I never told contradictory things. You are finding contradictions because you feel these are opposing things. I'm saying these are just two different types of people. Accept the different types. Dvividha, Nishtha. Right? And that's what he starts now, the précis of that in 3.4. He said, not by merely abstaining from work one can achieve freedom, nor by renunciation alone one can attain perfection. If the objective is not clear, neither Karma Yoga is going to be successful, nor Jnana Yoga is going to be successful. If the objective is not, what is the objective? Atma Tattvam, Atma Yoga. That is objective. So similarly, this will be a confusion. Every devotees also will have this confusion. What is better? This ashram, that ashram, this situation, that situation. Objective is not clear then. Not by merely abstaining from work, one will achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone one can attain perfection. The objective is not clear. And that he clarifies in 3.3, right? I have already explained there are two classes of men who try to realize the self. Pura prokta mayanagha. Realize the self. That objective is not clear, then just by thinking, getting confused about the sadhana, that will not work. Sadhya has to be clear. There are two things which have to be very clear. One is the sadhya, that is what is the objective. And that is purification of heart to realize the self. That is very clear, irrespective. And then what is my type? Two types, no? Because Nishkam Karma Yoga, which now is going to be described. Because Krishna, all we always hear, no, Bhagavad Gita is about ladder. It is for everyone. Bhagavad Gita cannot be just only one type. Krishna is so multifarious, no? He described different types. But he also gives the objective so that all types can live peacefully with each other and within each other. So very clear, we do prescribe duties for what? Purification of heart. Purification of heart, then Atma Tattva. If the purification of heart is not there, then as it says, no, text 6, कर्मेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य ये आस्ते मनस स्मरन् इंद्रियार्थान् विमूढ़ात्मा मिथ्याचार स उच्यते. One who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, not on the, because the conviction on the objective is not there. One possibility. Certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Or he is not situated in his own type. So one should be very clear. If one is having an impure heart, one has to do prescribed duties and purify the heart. Purification of heart, Nishkam Karma Yoga leads to Gyan. And then Gyan Yoga. Prescribed duties lead to what? Gyan. Performance of prescribed. Gyan is not what, this is okay, this we read. One is realization. That is Gyan. That will happen when in the impure heart, it doesn't happen. It's not that you memorize, memorize. That is not going to happen. Memorization is not going to help. What is going to help is realization. Memorization, realization. Realization helps. Realization will come automatically when the heart is getting purified. Okay. And when one has achieved pure heart, then one doesn't engage properly in jnana. Bharat Maharaj is an example. One can come down. Heart was pure, everything, bhava. You know bhava, right? He was at the stage of bhava means no material contamination, not solid spiritual like prema, but no material, so a pure heart. But then properly one could not focus. That's another problem. Okay. Generally, the problem is that no, when one is not accepting what is the status of one's heart. And if the heart is purified, then properly engaging in association, that is very important. Okay. So when Prabhupada is saying this point that the renounced order of life can be accepted when one has been purified by the discharge of prescribed form of duties. Right? Which are laid down just to purify the hearts of materialistic men. Without purification, one cannot attain a success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of sannyas. Because with impure heart, if the activities are not done also, and with impure heart, one cannot focus on jnana. One cannot focus on Atma Tattva because the heart is impure. The heart is impure. And I have stopped the action also, and the heart is impure, and where is jnana going to happen? That's why, everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired. Nahi kaschit shanam api jatu tishtati akarma krit. Karyate hi avashya karma sarva prakriti jai gunai. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to qualities he has acquired from the modes of nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. A heart is impure, but if I give up, this is a problem. Because the nature will come. Just like Moni Baba, Prabhupada, they write. So that's not a point. Then Mon is of no use. If you're writing. And that means I am I'm not speaking, I'm not using voice, but I'm attracted to sound. That's why I'm writing. Conversing, basically. So it is we will end up acting as we are in contact. So it is not a question of embodied life, but it is the nature of the soul to be always active. Without the presence of the spirit soul, the material body cannot move. The body is only a dead vehicle for a moment. To be worked by spirit soul, which is always active and cannot stop even for a moment. As such, spirit soul has to be engaged in the good work of Krishna. Otherwise, it will be engaged in occupations dictated by illusion. In contact with material energy, spirit soul acquires material modes, and to purify the soul from such affinities, it is necessary to engage in the prescribed duties enjoined in the Shastras. But if the soul is engaged in his natural function of Krishna, whatever he is able to do is good for him. Srimad Bhagavatam informs him. So the purificatory process is necessary for reaching this point of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, sannyas or any purificatory process has to help reach the ultimate goal of becoming Krishna, without which everything is considered failure. So Prabhupada is saying that the goal of Atma Tattvam is to engage in the devotional service. So that is important. The devotional service is an important feature. So if devotional service is not there, neither karma or gyan is going to help, because Atma Tattvam or Atma Gyan is ultimately engaging the self in the service of Lord. Okay. So oftentimes there's a confusion that swalpam api asya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat, that if I neglect my nature and engage in devotional service, can I compensate? So Prabhupada is again saying, no. But if the soul is engaged in his natural function of Krishna consciousness, whatever he is able to do is good for him. जितना भी कर पाता है. अब अच्छा, तो ये कंफ्यूजन का सोर्स होता है ना, कि ये तो सुन लिया कर्मा ज्ञान टाइप, फिर उसका लेकिन ये एक बाउंसर आ जाती है, गुगली आ जाती है, बट नो स्वल्पमस्य धर्मस्य रायतो महतो ज्ञात, ये एक नया डायमेंशन आ जाता है. तो इसको लेके क्या करें? What should we do? So what is the answer for that? Anybody? Any reflections?
It is natural to enhance also Krishna.
Okay, so then what? Karma, Gyan, both are useless?
So they can be used in the service of Krishna.
How?
Like whatever knowledge you have knowledge about Krishna.
So let's say somebody is of nature of karma. Okay, or let's say somebody is nature of Gyan. Okay. For devotional service, he has to engage in various things, no? Meeting materialistic people, preaching, so many things, management and all. What if he starts seeing that as mundane? होता है ऐसा? होता है?
But you should be clear with the idea that my gaining of knowledge with respect to Krishna is going to help me understand Krishna only.
That is fine. But practical action. Let's say you realize that, okay, service to Krishna is amazing. That's the most important thing. Okay. Now service of Krishna demands. Now I'm talking of Dvividha mein, Vidha of Gyan. The service demands engagement with matter. I don't know. That's not my cup of tea. Herbal tea, sorry.
Then you should think that I'm doing for the pleasure of Krishna and everything.
Theoretically, yes. But do you see that? That it happens? That one becomes uncomfortable even in the domain of Krishna consciousness. It's like Prabhupada was not uncomfortable. He was dealing with money, he was dealing with temples, he was dealing with management, everything was seeing as Krishna. But there were people who were not comfortable that much, right? They're there, no? Or no? The feeling that no, this is not working out and what. Once Prabhupada was in sitting on this, I think Mumbai, Juhu. So there were few group of devotees who came, not his disciples, but other like no. They were very appreciative of Prabhupada and Krishna consciousness movement. And told we should do this for the expansion of movement, we should do this, all this. So Prabhupada told if you tell it to my disciples, they'll think it is Maya. Okay. So द्विविधा में ये वाली विधा ये सोच के कि सब कुछ भगवान की सेवा में मैं लग जाऊंगा सब ठीक है, वो भगवान की सेवा में ही माया और कृष्णा ढूंढ सकते हैं कि ये माया. नॉट एवरीथिंग इज सीन इक्वली. I mean, management is contamination because it is not my type. No, it happens. Now I'll go to the other type. Let's say somebody is karma type, okay, and let somebody is jnana type, and he, you know, no, somebody is actually karma type, but he says. So what we discussed is this example, right, where somebody is saying that no, everything is service to Krishna, and then within this domain of service of Krishna consciousness, only they feel this is Krishna, this is Maya. And then other possibility is one is engaged in the regular duties, thinking it is karmi dharma, and then forgets the dharma part of it. That also happens. That also happens, right? Or one may engage in the service of Krishna and one is having karma type, okay, and one starts finding avenues to enjoy in the services itself, exploiting people, or किसी तरीके से कुछ बाहर की गड़बड़ यहाँ करनी शुरू कर देना. होता है ऐसा, क्योंकि वो नेचर कैसे जाएगा, नेचर जा नहीं सकता. सो this point which Prabhupada is making, no, swalpamavasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat, or no, that is a constitutional point and depends on one's own self. Okay, as a blanket, it's not easy to take. We see people when they later on they realize that no, this is not my type, that is not my type, because your type is not going to so easily change unless one is like no. Going through the ladder. So what is important is whichever type one is in, one has to be engaged in devotional service. That is important. That is important. But two things we have to be clear is what is the objective, and the second is what is my type. It is very important. But ignoring, or let's say somebody is not even clear what my type is. That also happens sometimes to people. मेरा nature नहीं समझ में आ रहा मेरे को क्या है. Life का question है. 40 साल तक नहीं समझ में आ रहा. And you one devotee know, like no, it was like. From 25 he joined. Until 50 he was confused. What is my nature? Whether I should get married or not. And he always used to go and ask spiritual Maya, whether I should get married or not. Till 50. Confused only. And then finally one morning we didn't find him. He's not to be seen. And never to be seen. Not because the point is that no, nature identification is an individual choice. It cannot be done by public poll. चलो भाई पोलिंग करते हैं. रोजी का नेचर 53% बोलते हैं 47%. 53, 51, 49. कोई त्रिशंकु भी बन सकता है. The barometer is impure heart. How one one feels purified. Impure heart means conditionings are strong or conditionings are manageable, easy to be. That is important. Not because there's a trouble in associating one path. And if one is jnana type, then one should be really focused in that type and not get, then it's a different thing. Then one is actually oblivious to one's conditioning, completely oblivious. Not interested in that politicking, all these things. So many things are there. पर ये भी चाहिए वो भी चाहिए फिर दिक्कत हो जाती है. That's what it is. So be honest and impure heart. The step is very clear. The progress is very clear. The impure heart, engage in prescribed duties, purify the heart. Nishkam karma leads to jnana. Jnana leads to knowledge brings attachment. Not aversion brings detachment, or abstention begets detachment. Knowledge begets detachment, and that knowledge, it comes in pure heart only. One is endowed with a pure heart, or one does the prescribed duties and get them. So that is what Krishna is saying. But in all the conditions, one is engaged in devotional service. Svalpamasya dharmasya. That's what it is. Very simple. Okay, any questions? आपकी जनसंख्या कम होती आ रही है आरबीसी होगा. Everything is okay?
But you went to home.
Oh, Happy New Year. Yes. Any thoughts? 10 मिनट पहले इसलिए खत्म किया कि हम थोड़ा डिस्कशन कर सकें. No, need not be a question, and just maybe if you want to share your thought, that is also fine. It's okay. You people have also spent good time in Krishna consciousness, so you can share your thought perspective.
Regarding this fifth verse, that the second verse line says, "Jatatiष्ठति."
कार्यते ही अवश्य कर्मा सर्व प्रकृति जय गुना. ये
And the first line is nahi kashyate shrapi jat. So nahi kashyate shrapi means even for a single moment the soul is not inactive. It means that at every moment soul is doing something.
yeah.
So we cannot be in an inactive stage. So the Buddhism generally says that we can become zero. That can be nullified by quoting the shloka. That people who are considering that.
Yeah. Definitely, yes. The nature of soul and the voidism can be easily defeated from this, yes. And the activity is at the two levels also, no? Gross and subtle. They may think that no, gross is not happening, but then subtle keeps happening. And not only acting according to the particular qualities one has acquired. That also proves the system. It's not just active in one's control, active according to the nature, modes of nature. So that means there are some, this whole mechanism which we talk of Bhagavad Gita, no? 5 things, 5 principles, right? Jiva, Ishvara, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. So this is Prakriti and Jiva interface. Why somebody is forced to act in this way only? How can they explain? Okay.
And the purport of this fourth verse, Prabhupada says, on the other hand, if someone takes to the transcendental service of the Lord, even without discharging his prescribed duties,
Yes.
whatever he may be able to advance in the cause accepted by the Lord.
That is true. That is true.
Means even one can give up this prescribed duties for the
Yes.
common devotional service.
Yes. So whatever he is able to do for Lord, that is being accepted by Lord. That's a point. But whatever he can,
But this prescribed duties means based on our nature.
based on nature. based on nature. But see, one thing we have to understand is that uh, the setting in which Prabhupada was going, I mean, to even to digest prescribed duties was very difficult for them, which is the Western world. And all. Of course, as a concept also, it is very important to understand that transcendental service of Lord is not dependent on the material cause, right? But we identify with matter. That's why Varnashram is important. Nature. It's not that the devotional service is a product of Varnashram. It is not, definitely not. Varnashram can at max bring one to liberation, at max. Definitely not love of God. The thing is that no, what I am identifying with, that is important. That's why Swalpamasa Dharma said. Maybe for some time I am identifying with soul. But after some time and that happens in Krishna, yes or no? Practical experience, right? When we start, we think we are pure devotees. Everybody is pure. We act at soul. 3 4 साल 5 साल 6 साल के बाद लगने लगता है कि नहीं नहीं यार डिस्कवर योरसेल्फ का सेकंड एपिसोड होना चाहिए अब फिर से बिकॉज we will it's not that it's going down, it's just that now it is becoming more holistic. But if one can continue like that, it's fine. Like Janani was Prabhu, he came to Mayapur with a group and he just stayed back. वो 40 साल छोड़ा ही नहीं, सेवा ही नहीं छोड़ी 40 साल. उसके बाद वो निकले नित्यानंद प्रभु के साथ. He never came out of Mayapur. And I don't know, whenever I used to visit, no, from Calcutta to Mayapur, we used to visit Janani was Prabhu. Absolutely transcendental. No? So it's just fixed up in his service. Same Guru Puja assisting. 22 years is जब मैं गया उसके बाद और 8 9 साल किया. तीसरा रोज गुरु पूजा assisting in Guru Puja. Can you imagine the consistency? ऐसा नहीं प्रभु जी अब मेरे को ना एक और सेवा का टाइप चाहिए हो सब कुछ. I spoke with him actually. I was telling that service type form of service doesn't matter only. Service itself is Radharani. I'm sorry. So that's a very different level of consciousness, Okay. Not everybody is engaging in transcendental service are also of equal levels. People are of very different levels. Some may be just doing it out of some minute, some are doing it actually, they take it up, then they take it up like easy. It's like we see Journey Home book, we read about Maharaj and all this. It is clear that no, it's a very different personality. What we are talking of Gyan, Atma Tattvam is already there, right there, even before getting in touch with anybody. It's clear, no? It is very, very clear. So we also need to understand that's why it is individual in nature. Even this engagement and discharge and all those things, yeah. So we also see cases where they do it and then after 1 year, 2 years, they are not to be seen. But whatever they have done is in credit. That is what he's saying, Prabhupada is saying. But not that it is it is something which is it is to show the glory of devotional service. Okay. But generally, if you want to continue all through in your life, okay, then either you are a person who is like attraction and aversions, all offered to Krishna's lotus feet. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that. There are two things separating us and Krishna: attractions to this world and even aversions to this world. I don't like, I dislike, I like. When I offer this to the lotus feet of Krishna, nothing is remaining between us and Krishna. So some people can do it in a moment. Yes, perfectly fine. But taking shelter of service to Krishna, either that certain attraction to this material world can be fulfilled, or my certain aversions can be given shelter. That is not attraction, no liking, no disliking. That's Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's statement. Okay. So it depends on the type of the person. But generally, somebody comes, does service, and then is not to be seen. That service is always a credit. That's a credit to the service. That's a glory of transcendental service. Generally, one has to be clear on what is one level. It's not that karma is right or jnana is right. That's the point. That is the point. What is important is what is my type, and whatever type I am in, I'm engaged in devotional service. Then that is important. If my type is this, I don't care. Why does it say Artho Artharthi Jnani Jigyasu? Who is the superior? Oh, Jnani is superior. But that Jnani is not like the Jnani which we keep talking about. That Jnani is Atma Tattvam is established. That is a Jnani. Artho Artharthi, they engage in this like, and then they become Jigyasu. And then Jigyasu gets the Jnana. That's how it is being explained by Acharyas. Getting the point. Okay. Making sense or not? Any other point?
Prabhupada has written, one should do establish to purify his heart. Someone is engaged in Bhute, but heart purification will come.
Very good question. That's what I was saying now. That's why I wanted questions. Answer is yes and no. Depends on how we are doing devotional service. Okay. Devotional service certainly purifies the heart. But when one is the scriptural, scripture statement, then you have to match it with the experience which you see around, and you have to match these two. Then it converts into realization. Okay. So this is very important. We need to see our own experience and experience what we have others around us, and then what scriptures say, and we have to always understand that how it is matching. So bhakti yoga is definitely going to purify. There is no doubt about it. Okay. But it cannot be a universal thing for everyone that one directly jumps. That's why I'm saying again it is an individual thing. There are cases where one directly jumps, and for him it's actually not jumping because you don't know the heart status, right? You don't know the status of one Sukriti. And one naturally continues like that. That's an individual journey which already what that soul has done. Somebody seeing that soul jumps and then falls. That's an individual part. Okay. Bhakti yoga is purifying, but depends on what I am identifying with. Whether I am too much impacted by my conditionings, or I can tolerate my conditionings, or not tolerate 1 or 2 days. Not that when things are bad I tolerate, things are good I don't tolerate. Good or bad I tolerate. Samadama I tolerate. Not that only in one condition. Or generally when things are not going good, we become, I should tolerate. But when things become good, it is good only, not so bad, That also happens, So samadama in both. So one is that I am affected by my conditioning, the other is I am able to tolerate my condition. The other is I don't even identify with my conditionings. Very different levels. How can you say it is one? Okay. So somebody who is impacted by his conditionings, but only thinks that this is going to happen only Bhakti Yoga. The Bhakti Yoga is perfect, but whether he can continue sustainably on that, that is a question that we don't see around so much. Because naturally, after doing something, because he's impacted by conditioning, mind wants always something new. ये करते करते बोर हो गया, अब कुछ नया चाहिए, नया दो फिर छोड़ देते हैं. तो जो किया उसका बेनिफिट आने वाला है पक्का, उसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है. Direct devotional service produces Agyat Sukriti even if it is just done like that. It produces a Sukriti. It is creating the bank account. There's no doubt about it. Okay, but whether one can, no, sustainably identify with that thing, okay, that is depends on which level one is in. One is impacted severely by one's conditioning. One can tolerate one's conditioning. One doesn't identify. Like, uh, what was his name in Bhagavatam? This comes right, Prithu Maharaj, right? And then when he leaves everything, he was sitting in his stool and urine, right? And not impacted. The stool and urine were also smelling so nice. That he was not at all affected by externals. Not that affected by bad externals, good externals, nothing. Does not absorbed. That's Bhagavat level. When I am able to tolerate my conditionings, Pancharatric level. I am getting impacted by conditioning, and Varnashram comes. But in all the conditions, whatever one does, it is definitely due credit. So that's why I'm saying, like you told now the same question, like no Arjuna is saying, karma is superior jnana. But I have bhakti yoga directly. If I do, then what? Yes, that is okay. But point is that no, who can sustainably do? That's not the fault of bhakti yoga. If you ask scripturally, is it possible directly to bhakti yoga? Yes, it is possible. We see examples for that also. But is it universally applicable? No, because it's an individual part. That also we see. Even now we are seeing examples, one after another, right? So again, it goes back to the point. What is my type? What is my nature? And what conviction I have for the goal, Atma Tattvam. Then that is going to be clear. Then that one will get. So it's not a public poll. It's not democracy. It's not about this, that, so many things. It is purely what is my level. 814. Any other? Making sense or no? Or you are more confused?
And one more question.
Yeah.
While doing bhakti, intention matters or not?
Yes, it matters. You get better results. But direct devotional service, even if done, that's why, all this, in a Jamila's episode, we see, even if Sanketik and this, all those things done, chanting the name of the Lord, it still produces a result. Only thing is, it should not be done offensively. So let's say if somebody is inoffensive in one's mentality and does devotional service without even proper intention, it produces result. If one does with intention, then even better results. So it's better. Nothing is like, oh, I didn't do it with intent. Sukriti is getting built up, and sometimes, it is just distractions. It's not offensiveness; it is the distractions which creates issue. So as soon as one continues doing devotional service, one is reaffirming to one's mind, and slowly distractions also get tolerated and one moves ahead. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Any other point? Srila Prabhupada ki